Free time, the fruits of our free enterprise system. A day at the shore, a vacation in the country, a holiday overseas.
And now, another Valentine, carefully zip-coded, here and here. A different girl, still far away by Frisco Bay, but the same boy, a little older and a little wiser.
His letter flew across the country in just one day. It reached her hand. Just one day, she knew the answer. The happiest girl in all the land.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This moon rocket kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
America. Over 190 years young and still building. Looking for and finding new ways to produce things cheaper, faster, better. Depending more and more on machines. but relying still on the men of the Strategic Air Command.
NORAD has no possibilities on these aircraft.
Attention all bases, attention all bases. This is Iron Hand. This is Iron Hand. This is a SAC alert.
The turned-on people, who seem to set many of today's lifestyles, are not the only ones smoking grass, popping bennies, shooting speed, or dropping acid. If they were, the problem would be somewhat less tragic. These practices have spread to colleges, high schools, and even elementary schools. The students are being exposed to drugs that many of them believe are without lasting physiological or mental effects. On the contrary, these substances are extremely dangerous. This trend toward drugs has alarmed every responsible segment of the community, for they know that there are inherent risks in the drug experience. Aside from its illegality, there's a medical risk to the brain and body. High dosage, it parallels LSD. And already, more purified marijuana, hashish, and the synthesized THC itself are readily available.
Are passed on to us, not only in prices held down, but more notably in products that are more and more reliable. Inventors, engineers, and manufacturers continually offer us improvements so we can have things with new beauty, longer life, and low maintenance costs. Improvements we can afford because they are economically produced and that can be bought by more and more people for less money than they ever cost. There is something else we want too. An opportunity to choose the attraction that serves the purpose for which we want it. Our wants and tastes differ. We are not all alike in what we like. Some of us have one like. Someone else has another like that's different. Depending upon who we are, where we live, and where we go from day to day, we differ in our desires as to style. That free a woman so she can add to the family income by carrying on with a working career. While she and her family are out, these conveniences breathe life into a house. The evening meal started, the house warm, and the lights on when they begin to return at night. Our traditional American thrift, and particularly the thrift of our womenfolk, finds the way to provide for the future. Our own security is important, but we save even more for our dependents of every age, the growing needs of our growing boys and girls. We save for years oftentimes, to spend on education. And our youngsters are able to attend schools that become more modern, schools that offer all of us a chance to improve what we know. American thrift.
Come on, I'm doing it. First of all, do we have supplies?
A good many details have had to be gone into and a lot of problems solved, but we think we're pretty well on the way to having them all solved now.
Away I'm bound to go through wind and rain and snow. Where to I do not know. Fare thee well, fare thee well. It's a long and a lonely ride.
This coffee house for teenagers is a tremendously constructive thing for these kids because it's not only a facility where they can go socially, it's going to provide a place for a teenage employment center. And I think it's very good for the kids because it gives them a place where they can go and use their energies constructively instead of milling around with no particular purpose.
Much happening in this old town. They roll up the streets when the sun goes down. Oh, but what we need, I'm a